So hello everyone, today in this particular video we'll be talking about my 5 years of experience in data engineering, and I'll try to guide you through what is correct, what is not correct, and what are the myths that you should not follow, because I have seen many videos around the internet that people are misguiding, and other than that people are trying to overwhelm the people with number of tools. There are many organizations that are trying to, ethics are there, that are trying to catch the people, or eye-catching courses they are building to get the people by adding so many tools. It is not required. Okay, as a data engineer, as a person who has worked in data engineering for about 5 years and working currently and mentoring many people, I have I will be telling you what to learn, what not to learn, what are the myths, what you should not do, and what you should do. Let's start, and I have a presentation in front of you that is this. So let's start. That is this thing. So this is the truth, as you can see on the screen, truth behind the 5 years of data engineering experience that I'll be telling you in this particular video, and I'll try to guide you with those things. So let's start. The first thing first. So I'll start the spotlight. That is why every job description says 5 years of job. Whenever you will be going through the jobs for a senior data engineers, for a data engineer with 5 years of experience, 3 years of experience, 2 years of experience, any kind of experience, or a fresher. So basically, what are the things that they will expect, and what all things you should learn, and what you should do, that I'll be talking about. That is first of all, 5 years of data engineering experience that I will be telling you what to do, what not to do, what are the strong things that you should do, what are the platforms you should be expert on or you should know about, what are the clouds you should learn about. So that I'll be telling you. So most of the candidates assume this means timestamp sitting at the desk at 4-5 years, and it doesn't. This is not how it works. I have been working with the big organizations. Other than that, I have also guided many people. I work as a consultant as of now, so I think so I am a good person to guide you. So experience is not equal to number of tools. It is not about I have 5 years of experience, I know all the tools. No, it is not like that. It is more about whether I am able to work on the systems or not, whether I am able to build solve the problems or not, whether I am able to solve the things that is required as per the business requirement, that I am able to achieve or not. That is the thing. So beginners thinks that experience means tools alone do not create the experience. Definitely many people are there that they think I have 5 years of experience, I'll be aware about all the tools. No, that is not how it works. I have 3 years of experience, I should know about these tools. No, it is more important to be clear about your fundamentals, because in the interviews and in the live environments you will be working with those fundamentals only, and it will help you eventually to work with the tools. If you know about the things, you will be able to work with the tools very easily. That is how it happens. Okay, so real data engineers are evaluated on basically, that is system thinking. First of all, system thinking you should have. That is the first thing. System thinking and architecture design you should be aware about. Then the failure handling under pressure. Whenever a pipeline is failing, what exactly needs to be done. Next thing, performance optimizations you should know. Basically, if the basically right now I am making a pipeline that is able to handle 500 GBs of data. So in future, if 1 terabyte of data is coming, 2 terabyte, 3 terabyte, 10 terabytes of data is coming, so basically, will my pipeline be able to scale at that point or not? So that is the thing that is very, very important. So tools are not the building block. Definitely these are the building block. That is, first is a SQL, next is Python, next is Spark, and Airflow for orchestration. It is not about only Airflow you have to learn. You can learn about any of the orchestration. It is Databricks workflows is also there, Airflow is also there, Azure Data Factory is also there, Cloud Composer is also there of GCP. So no need to worry about basically I should be knowing this tool like Kafka, Airflow. Then we talk about Databricks, we talk about Snowflake, we talk about DBT. There are so many tools out there. You should be not aware about all the tools. It is not important. It is more important how exactly you can handle the situations. So basically, let's talk about the real things. That is what a 5 years actually represents. Whenever a person with 3 years, 4 years, 5 years of experience, how does it matters, and what all things are important that we are going to talk about. That is, companies are not counting the year. They are looking for the person who can solve the real world problems that they are getting, or who have survived the real world complexity that exactly people have got through. Next thing, what will happen, pipeline, if it is breaking at the night, whether you are able to solve that issue, whether you can handle those issues or not. At the night also, if something is failing, whether you have built those kind of pipelines that can handle those issues or not. That is very, very important. Next thing is data quality failures, what is happening, because many times what will happen, your data will not fail, your pipeline will not fail, but it is not loading the correct data. So data Quality is very, very important. Okay, that is important. Next thing is schema changes. Okay, what is happening in the upstream? So basically the downstream job should not fail, so you have to handle that also. Next thing is scaling the bottlenecks. You have to scale those things whenever the choking is coming at a point, so how you can scale those things. So experience is not about the exposure to the product, it is more about exposure, it is more about productivity, complexity, how exactly you can solve those things. That is more important. So next thing is basically, if you want to learn about these things, like about data engineering from very scratch, from very zero, we have a DataX bootcamp, end-to-end bootcamp. Link is there in the description, and the coupon code is also there. You can get enroll right away. We have learned, in this particular bootcamp, we have covered everything end-to-end, be it interview focused things. There are interview focused modules. There are two about the real SQL, about data modeling, about Python, Spark, Pandas, Snowflake, all those things we have covered. And we have projects also. We have 2 to 3 projects end to end. Definitely it will help you. Other than that, we take live classes also, and most of the things are already recorded, so you can do at your own pace. And if you have any other doubts, any other thing that you want to ask, WhatsApp number is also there, support number. Directly tap on that and come and chat, ask the questions. That is how it happens. I'll not take most of our time explaining this, so let's go to the next one. That is basically experience engineers. Design your pipelines. They design the systems, not just the code. They are not writing just the code, they are actually talking or making the systems. That is more important. Why it matters? Whenever you are working, suppose I have a junior mindset, I'll write the code, process the data without system level consideration. Basically at point, basically if more data is coming, what will happen? I will not consider those things. I'll be more aware as a junior, basically I have made this pipeline, the data should be ingested or data will come into my system and reporting will be done. That is only my concern. But as a senior mindset, I will design resilient, scalable pipeline systems with fault tolerance. That is more important, because if it fails, because there can be different type of issues, there can be different type of problems, how exactly I can handle those things. That is how the senior mindset will come. Basically that is more important. So don't run behind the tools if you are 2 or 3 years of experienced person also. So questions for an experienced engineer will be, we will be asking first, batch or streaming pipeline, what you will make. Basically what is the requirement as per the job, basically that is business requirement. Next thing, how to handle the schema evaluation gracefully. That is how we will handle those things. How to prevent the failures and cascades across the pipelines. How to guarantee end-to-end data reliability. That is how we have to think about the things. Next, in the ability to design before you build, basically is the single clarity that you will need as a data engineer, as a person. So always think about those things. That is how you will jump across your your career, and it will help you across the things. Okay, so next thing is basically real experience comes from failures, debugging the production failures. That is how it happens, because whenever you will be working with multiple things and you will be trying to solve the problems, failures, problems, these all things, you will be understanding more. You will be trying to you will be researching, you will be trying to get the things much better, and you will be doing those things. So that is how it happens. So why pipelines actually fail, what is the problems, what will happen? So these are the experiences that I have written. Upstream schema change with no notice. There is some upstream schema change, so downstream jobs are now failing. Next thing is corrupt or malformed files have came. Spark memory exhaustion has come. Slow joins are there. Entire cluster performance is degraded. Incorrect partition strategies have been followed. So these are the major things that can happen. Other than that, what an experienced engineer should know, they should be aware about where to look. Basically not everywhere, what is the right place, where to look, what are the if this issues coming, how to find out those things. That will come with the practice. That will come with when you will build this kind of projects. Small projects also you will build, you will try to get those things. If you will just run behind the tools, these are the things that matters a lot. Which logs to check, how to isolate the root cause, what are the main things, how to solve those things. That is how it matters. Next thing is optimizing the large scale pipelines. These are the skills I'm talking about. You should be aware about these things if you want to get a good data engineering job. A good job, a good high paying job. So optimizations, what real pipelines demand. Whenever you are talking about real pipelines, real data pipelines process millions, not millions to billions data records. Speed is not optional, speed is the mandatory thing in the big data, and that is why different strategies have been followed. Spark partitioning strategy should be aware about. You should be aware about the broadcast join or shuffle optimization, z ordering, clustering, these kind of things. Okay, auto cluster, cluster by, these kind of things you should be aware about. That is very, very important. Next thing is choosing the right path of data design, how to design the things rightly. That is key modeling decisions, how to take. That is firstly star schema. There are different type of, mainly we use star schema or normalized schema is used. Then data lake is there, how to store your data. So star schema is widely used. There will be a fact table, there will be a dimension table. In data model, whenever you learn about data modeling, I'm just giving you an overview, because in 10 minutes video, 15 minutes video, we cannot talk about all the things. That is why it matters. How beginners can simulate a real experience. Whenever you are talking about I have 0 years of experience, how we can showcase, or how I can go for 1 or 2 years of experience person. What you should know. So you don't need to have 5 years of experience. You should be aware about the realistic projects that are very minor things. Mirror your project complexities from different backgrounds. I have been creating many videos on the Instagram also for basically your data engineering project idea. So you can take the things from there also, and other than that, in description or in the further videos, I'll try to add those things. I'll try to tell you basically what kind of things you can make. That is ingesting the API data, load to the warehouse. So API data we have to be cleaned. Next thing, transform with the Spark. Basically you have to transform the things, only the required details has to be ingested. That is how it happens. So that is the different mindset between a junior and the senior. And what exactly, basically a junior engineer will always ask, how do I write this code? But a senior data engineer or a senior engineer will ask, or a good data engineer will ask more about how will the system behave in the production, what all things, if I write this line code or if I write this particular thing, how exactly things will work. That is what matters at the last. So if you want to learn about these things, because in this our DataX bootcamp, we have talked about things in very practical way, in very senior level way. Because from very junior, from very scratch we have started, and how you can give, because many results we have given. That is people from non-data background to data engineering, senior data engineering background, people from a support background to senior data engineer, 300% of hike, 4 offers, non-data to 4 offers. So basically you can also get these things. So that is how it happens. Next thing is basically the real meaning of 5 years of experience. Whenever you're talking about 5 years of experience, you have to know about how do you solve the real problems, how you optimize the things at the scale, how you design the systems. That is how it matters. So it is more about how we are solving the things. So you have to build real data engineering skills. You have to start right away. You have to know about real projects. You should know about the system thinking. You should be aware about the production mindset. That all things is matters. If you don't know about these things, it will be very difficult, and these are things you should follow. I have followed this and it has helped me a lot in my career. And definitely you should not run behind only the tools. Try to be a good data engineer. Code skills definitely matter. If you want to learn the code skill from the scratch, we have our bootcamp in the description. Directly get enrolled, or if you have any doubts, directly ask on the WhatsApp and in the comments. Thank you so much. Bye bye.